before the Gallup one too. That I didn't hear it, but I heard the laugh. That was pretty loud. But I don't know what you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We might be able to. Yeah. And then I wrote that down. Then you said the Gallup one. I was like, oh, that one's gotta fucking be in. I need to make an outro too, but I don't know what I could make that. But since I know how to do it now. Yeah. Fix your hat. Whatever.
Not even seniors.
You had that.
What is that?
Oh, it's a fucking sick hat.
Oh, that's cool.
I love
Like,
rope
looks
hats.
like
I fucking love rope hats.
rope hat. Is that a thing?
Yeah, they're fucking sick.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is so cool. I hadn't seen one for forever.
Yeah.
You come with style, man.
Oh yeah. Got the good shirt on for the golf.
Yeah. Oh, I get that now. Gosh. All right. So when do you want you guys switch spots?
Yeah.
Just let me know. No. When do you guys want to switch spots?
Oh, just whenever I'm done talking about. I'll outro it.
And
well, no, it's already streamed. I've already hit stream. All you have to do, you hit play on the left-hand side.
Damn it, Rogers, you had one job. I'm just kidding. All right. We're a damn good podcast team.
Yeah. It's the whole. It doesn't need the mic. No, it doesn't need the mic. It's in there.
Okay, so now with him running the show on this, is it still the same thing? We'll pop up us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. It automatically
Whenever
switches.
you're ready. You guys just.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't need commercial breaks
Nope.
or anything like that.
Nope.
I'll just join in here in a little while.
I say if you want to do well.
That'll work.
Hold on.
They need segments.
We do not, right?
Yeah.
We just rip it, right?
Well, that's the case. We'll get this out of here.
I mean, that's the thing. Do you want to stay, or did you want to run back and do like if we need stuff?
Or do you want to just go ahead and do it in the segments just in case we do this for Wabash too?
Guys, this is all up to you. Like,
I don't think so. I was just thinking do this in segments because what you guys get in your MLB talks, I can't do the stats from here, and it seems like the stats come up more on the MLB talks.
we could do one segment with you in golf, switch to him, and then we could just run with it like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because
that's what I was thinking.
I think he's right. The problem, the segments, it's kind of pointless because Rogers, this one you would have to edit for tomorrow. Yeah. Or it's irrelevant because.
Well, it could go out next week if you wanted, but I don't think it makes sense to. I don't think it would hurt if this one would be a week late, but fuck it, it don't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not worth the
We're
point.
up ahead enough, Right, because we'll be doing Wabash baseball one soon anyway.
Yeah.
It's all good, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit play.
You do it. We got our shit sorted out.
Yeah.
No more.
You can start it.
No more poopy word. Okay.
You don't even have to do that.
You're right. Not yet. Stream starting soon.
No. I can come over. Just like a minute.
Kick it in the hoo-ha, Rogers.
Oh, because it's still playing. We'll be right back.
I found that interesting, coming from Oklahoma State, last name Holiday, no relation.
Yes. Well, you had to look though, didn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
And then we got Pittsburgh last. I do. I think the dark magic is over. I think it's over. I don't think Mike Tomlin can just continually being that team that wins 9 or 10 games and makes it into the playoffs every year. It's done. It's gone.
He's won like 17 years in a row.
Yep, it's not happening. The dark magic's done. This year, though, I got to win 7 games.
Oh, we struggle in all aspects of school.
Yeah.
We had PE down. That's about it.
And lunch.
PE and
I was
lunch.
ready to lunch.
That has stayed true to form, hasn't it?
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
We're back. This is Benchwarmer Basement Banter here with a little different flair right now. We have a very, very special guest. This is a YouTube exclusive episode 2. There will not be very many breaks like we usually do, which we appreciate you guys being patient through that. Check us out, like, subscribe, comment on this one. Like, we're doing this chat during
Yeah, we got the chat up this time.
Yeah.
We can really respond and actually have back and forth with you
Yes.
guys. So
I myself do not have the mentality capability to keep up with it, but one of these good sirs is going to do it.
we'll
So,
make sure we do. But
Yeah.
no breaks, no commercials, and
Absolutely.
like, comment,
Fun.
subscribe,
Loads of
share
fun.
it. Whatever you can do to help us grow would
That's
be
why
great.
we bring him here. All this good PR stuff. Absolutely. So, proper introduction. This is the one and only Stat Guy. He
What's
is,
up?
And, man, you got to give YouTube a little glare.
I
The dome, come on.
the
Ah,
dome
look at
piece.
that.
I
Oh,
freshly
crap.
shaved it this morning.
We
so-
forgot to give the sunglasses disclaimer.
Oh,
I guess
that-
the
yeah,
glare
that's
will
okay.
flow
That's
out.
okay.
No. This is our stud muffin, our Stat Guy. He's the man that makes us look smarter from time to time and keeps us rolling. So,
Yeah.
he's on here to talk a little bit of golf.
Yeah, there was a pretty major tournament that just happened.
Nice one. I like the little segue. Basically, my golf knowledge is Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
Shooter McGavin, heck of a movie. They're making a second one.
they
too,
are.
right?
They are. I'm hoping
that.
Miss Paige Peranic makes her way into it like they're
I
talking.
do know who we're talking about.
Seen
there.
her in person. It's really great.
I bet you went back for a second, didn't you? Did
I
you
mean-
watch that tournament 2 days in a row?
Yeah, she was just there for one day, but I was here
Oh,
from there to her, so you know that helped.
Good for you.
It was nice.
I'm really happy for you. That's great. Yeah, no, he is going to talk golf. Oh, Tiger Woods. It's the other
Yes,
one,
we're
of
going to
course.
talk
So,
all the golf that we can in this first segment. Then we'll get back to your bread
Yeah.
and butter, back to the Major League Baseball. I
Absolutely.
pretty well only know Cardinal stuff, so I
It's
will
all
talk
right.
about that. But
we talk
when,
about them a lot here, so you'll fit right in. See?
when it comes to the rest of Major League Baseball, I don't know anything. I watch other
They're
stuff.
not as good as the Cardinals anyway, you know. I wish.
Yeah, I don't know about that right now.
But no, so basically, I'm going to turn this over to him and let him tell you guys a little something. I do know majors. There's 4 a year.
Yes,
Woo!
and I'm going to bring that up too at the end
Oh,
about how I think that should be changed. But I
I
got
myself-
lots of things to say, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I'm
So
going to
we're,
feel so much smarter about golf after this. Like, this is
it's
great.
not going to help the game though.
Oh, no, it's screwed. No, it's screwed. Sorry, Dad. Not proud on that one. No.
Yeah, if anyone didn't know, his dad, hell of a golfer.
Me,
Him?
not so much.
Not so much.
The
Not so
apple
much.
fell way far away from the tree on that one.
And speaking of that, if there's any people out there watching, we are playing in a scramble on August 3rd.
I don't
all
know
three
if
of
you
us.
call what I do that.
And
but
well, we're still playing. All three
be
of us
there.
here and a couple other buddies. We are going to be on a Benchwarmer Basement Banter team in this scramble. We're playing at Flora. So
Yeah.
if you're there, if you're a fan, you watch us, definitely tell us. We'll take all the happiness and
Yeah.
all the criticism you want to give us.
I will try not to hit you. That's all I can say on that.
Yeah, if he
We'll
does,
sign
it's not
stuff.
on purpose. He just sucks,
have
and
no
I do
idea where it's
too. And
going.
most of our team sucks, except for about 2 of us.
But
so
we have fun and heart.
We are gonna have
Miles and
fun.
miles- we reference that every episode. Miles and miles of heart. So, yeah, that's what you say. August the 3rd?
Yes,
We
August
got to
3rd.
remember to show up to that. So, yeah. But without further ado, you just go for it. On what's
Alrighty.
going on in the golf
So
world.
this last weekend, if you didn't watch, it was the Open Championship, formerly the British Open. Why they changed their name, I do not know that, but it is
Just
just
another tea problem. Are we going back to the
I,
regular?
I don't. I'm
Did
guessing
they
it's.
tax us for more tea?
I'm guessing because sometimes it's in Scotland too, which it was this
fair
year.
point.
Maybe that's why it's
That's
called
probably
the
resolved
Open.
the issue I'm
but
thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't know for sure. But that's my guessing. I don't know why they called it the Open. But as you know, the Open's always played over there, and it is the birthplace of golf, and it is links golf. Links golf is completely different than what you guys play here in the United States. They've got the pop bunkers, no trees hardly on the course at all,
Oh, I would like that. I
and
would like that very
but
much.
you're dealing with the weather.
I
So
would not like that. No.
I think on Friday I was watching and they popped up a billboard at Royal Troon and it said "Forged by Nature," and that is the whole entire. I guess trying to think of what to say.
This is like the aurora of this course.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
this is
what
pretty
this
cool.
course was. It's the theme of the tournament was "Forged by Nature."
I'm not gonna lie, this might bode well with my game because it sounds like the people that are really good at golf, it gives them problems maybe.
It does give them problems,
And
but
I'm-
the problems that you would have, you wouldn't even know
I'll
what
say
to
it.
do with.
I was thinking it might bring them down to my level and make us all better.
No, not quite.
You're
Because
saying you got to be good to survive the
yes, you got to survive it.
I just think I'm not winning at this game. No, not at all.
So,
All right, so
it was forged by nature, and that was the theme of the tournament, which is usually the theme of most opens. You're dealing with the weather there. They do not have good weather. I don't know how people live there because the sun literally never shines.
Alaska?
Like I mean, Britain's not like that, but it's not cold, but the sun never shines. It's raining, and the wind is 20 to 25 mile per hour every single day.
no wonder they lost the war.
That could be why.
Sorry if there's any British people out there. I'll stop on that. No offense. We're all friends now. We're past that. I did not know that. Like
Yes.
I didn't know the weather was that bad.
Yeah,
there. Like
yeah,
we talked about for trips. I'm like, never mind.
It's just how it is
I like
over
my sunny
there.
75 beach weather.
Yeah, it's tough to deal with, and that's why
Okay.
everybody likes the Open so much. Is well, first off, it's by the birthplace of golf. Or sometimes it is going to
History.
be played on the old course at St. Andrews, but it's close to there, and
Okay.
you're dealing with the weather that they dealt with, that they forged the game in.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So we'll start off with the winner, Mr. Xander Schauffele. So
Wow.
he ended up.
It's a name.
I think he was around the lead the whole entire tournament. I woke up Sunday, got up a little late, so the tournament was already started because we recorded an episode the night before.
Yeah.
So I did not get up in time, but I think he was on the 8th hole whenever I got up, and I seen he was 2 shots back. As soon as I seen that, I thought, this is a man who's already won a major this year. He got that monkey off of his back. And every major before this, he has finished top 10.
Yeah.
Pretty well
Pretty
every
solid.
tournament before this, he had finished top 10. He'd been overshadowed by Scotty Scheffler for obvious reasons, and the six wins that he had.
Oh, I was thinking Louisville.
Well, that too,
My
but
bad.
that
Way to persevere.
that could have done something different to Xander winning that championship, but that's the past. Any which way, Xander won that one, and he, as he was sitting there 5 under, 2 shots off the lead on the 8th, I just thought that's probably the man that's going to win this tournament.
You go straight to your DraftKings FanDuel account. And
I was not coherent or woke up enough to do that. Honestly,
In hindsight, I wish I had.
wish I had, but it's a slow getting up in the
Well, I
morning.
thought this is a build up, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I put 100 down,
No,
and I made 1,000.
no, but now looking back, I put like $10 on Scotty to finish top 10 in all the majors, and
Seems like
if
a solid
the
strategy.
U.S. Open didn't do me well there. If I'd have done it on Xander, though, by God, he
Yeah.
would have done it.
Nice.
But so basically, what I'm saying on that is Xander. The difference between 1 and 2 in the player standings is a lot closer than the difference between 1, 2, and 3. Those two, Xander hasn't gotten the love, but he has been absolutely great all year, and he deserves to be number 2. You can throw Bryson in there a little bit. He's over on Live. It's a whole different deal, but the way he had played in all the majors, minus this last one, he deserves to be in that same conversation.
Okay. I do know that name.
I think a lot more people know that name after the cup yesterday, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Lead
So,
with that, too.
we'll bring that up later.
Man,
we're
we got a
we're
lot
gonna
of
tease that. But so as Xander, as I was watching him there on the 8th, he came up to the 11th, which is a 440-yard par 4. It's by a train track, and it's a notoriously tough hole.
I mean, you said the yardage, and I'm like, I'm screwed.
Yeah, it's tough. It got a lot of people out there. I think, don't quote me, I could be wrong, but I'm decently sure I'm right. Coming into the back 9 when he got there, nobody had made a birdie all day. And I know nobody had made a birdie all day on that hole.
Sorry, did you say it's par 4?
Par 4, yes, 440 yards.
Yeah, I could see not many making birdies
So,
on that. Yeah.
He goes up there, he hits his drive, he pulls it left into the rough. It's not a real good lie.
Mm-hmm.
He walks up there with his iron, hits it out of the rough, and puts it 3 feet. Right. I mean, it was perfect. Not enough people are talking about that shot. It's definitely the shot of the
Just
tournament.
make like a da-da-da Sports Center.
It should have been. It was. I was amazed that he hit that shot. And as soon as he hit that, I thought, "Yep, here he comes."
You're like, he's locked in.
He's locked in. He just hit a great shot out of the rough that he shouldn't have a chance to make a birdie at, and he
Game
did.
changer.
Yeah. So he made that birdie. On 12, he also hits his drive into the rough, and this man's irons were locked in. Every iron shot was pure, exactly where he needed to hit it. This one on 12, I think he hit it to like 20 feet. being in the rough, you was thinking maybe if he might bogey it. He ends up making a par there, and then he just starts running on birdies and just running away from the field. I think he birdied 13, 14, parred 15, birdied 16 again, and it was over.
Crappy, conditions
crappy conditions. It was over. He's got it. He's got the monkey off his back. Everybody'd been talking about how he had played so well in majors and played so great all the time, but never won a major. All it took for him was getting one. He got it at Louisville, and now he's on a roll.
You follow golf a lot. Has that happened before? Like, I was thinking, I might be off base, but what was his name? Jordan Spieth back in the day. Didn't he go? I'm not saying like totally same comparison. Didn't he go on a little run after he won one?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he started pretty quick, a lot quicker than what Xander did,
age-wise.
obviously age-wise. But yeah, I mean, once you get
I
that
just
monkey,
remember him in one, and it was like, holy crap! Like I thought he might challenge. Was it
Tiger and
the Golden Bear? Like And then I truthfully don't know.
He's fallen off pretty hard.
But
so.
it's just crazy. It's like they get one, they just keep rolling.
And I will say this, just now that you bring up that point, and I love Tiger, obviously, and he's great. But what we're seeing right now with the competitiveness of golf is because of Tiger.
That's fair.
He made the sport so much bigger, and now there's these guys our age,
honestly, wasn't
younger.
he one of the first ones that started working out, taking it physically to the next level? Like,
yes. And then Bryson came along and showed everybody how to do that, but it didn't work for him. He got slimmer.
Just say, wasn't he the long drive? Like
yes, he still is that, but
he
he got slimmer where he can control it a little more. But
that makes sense.
But it's a lot more competitive now because of the Tiger boom. So that makes me think. First off, what Scotty did this year is amazing and should be celebrated. And that makes me think we're never going to see another one because of the boom that Tiger caused and then the golf boom that we're going to see because of COVID and how big it got because of that. Because now it's crazy.
That's what could be played during.
Yes, that was it.
Sports shut down.
And all these YouTube golfers got huge during COVID. And I think,
could be us.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you keep more likes, subscribes, all that good stuff.
Of course. So,
except I suck.
But yeah, congrats to Xander. He's a Callaway athlete. Callaway gets another win. It's been all TaylorMade, but that's because it's been all Scotty. Bryson plays his own clubs. There's rumors that Bryson may come out with its own equipment line.
Ooh, stay tuned.
I wonder if he might just have Crank make irons. Make his irons that he has made because he had 3D printed irons made.
Holy crap! That's a thing now.
Yes.
3D printed.
Yes.
And those are like in hospitals, I know, and stuff.
Yeah, and Cobra just came out with the first set of them that a manufacturer actually made, but there was only 500 of them made. They were like $3,000 a piece for irons.
That would be why.
But I think he might go with Crank. I'm just basing that off of the fact that he uses them for a driver. It's a long driver, and that's what his 3-wood is. But but anyways, getting a little off topic. Back to the Open. Xander wins it. I want to throw a special shout out to Justin Rose, and this is where we're going to talk about the weather a little more. Justin Rose, he was on that final, well, not the final pairing. He was on the final day, and the pairing was Xander, and he started off Thursday morning, and if you don't know how it works for the tournaments, if you start and have an early tee time the first day on the Thursday, you're going to have an afternoon tee time on Friday. They flip-flop that.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So the first day, the weather was terrible on Thursday, so the scores were a lot higher. Just on the board, they were way higher. The wind was crazy. It was actually a little bit I think Thursday was the day that the wind was opposite of what it normally is. Normally you play and I could get these wrong. I might be flip-flopping them, but at Royal Troon, the front nine, you have a left to right wind. That's strong. It's like 17, 15, 20 mile per hour, 25 the whole time you're playing. You go back and go to the ninth. Once you come back to number 10, it completely switches. So that's got to mess with your brain big time. All of a sudden, it's a right to left wind. So you're in the middle of the golfing.
So it just flips.
It just flips. So I know that's got to be tough. But Justin Rose, the first day, when nobody else was scoring, I think he shot a 68. Second day, Friday morning is nice weather. Friday afternoon, terrible. Guess where Mr. Justin Rose is also teeing off? He's in the afternoon again. He still goes out. I think he shoots another 68 or 67 in the bad weather.
He kind of got doubly screwed.
He got doubly screwed, and he still played well. And this was a man that had to qualify the week before this tournament to even make it.
Oh, okay.
So
It's like a dark horse here.
yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
I love an underdog story.
Saturday comes, and I don't know if anybody else watched. Saturday was just completely awful with the weather. It was raining. It was windy. Scotty Scheffler and Dustin Johnson said the back nine was the hardest 9 holes of golf they have played in their life. That's two people who have won a lot of majors and won a lot of tournaments.
A lot of firepower.
And they're saying this was the roughest 9 holes we have ever played. So, Justin Rose again. I think he shoots another like 68, 69. He's just right there.
Yeah.
Finishes the last day with another 67. He ends up in second place. I think he's a couple behind Xander. Absolutely played amazing for what he had to deal with because Schauffele didn't have to deal, and not taking anything away from Xander. He didn't. I think he teed off the first day in the afternoon, came back in the morning where the good scores were. So I just want to make a special shout out to Justin Rose.
That's pretty cool.
Playing great.
Yeah.
We also
Where
got
he came from?
Justin. Yes, exactly.
Where he came from. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, and he's an English man, so that also helps. He
There
was
you go.
going for the
It's like in his
hometown tournament, hometown
There you
major.
go.
So
Yeah,
he was
you gotta love
especially
that story.
ecstatic. So
Underdog in his hometown.
Yes.
Yeah. He won now.
yeah, it
know
would have been
exactly
nice,
what
but I'm glad Xander won. I like
Yeah.
Xander Schauffele. If you ever watched any of the YouTube golf stuff, he's on an episode of Bob Does Sports, and he is absolutely hilarious. It'll make anybody like him because he is hilarious.
I'll check that out.
Another person, Justin Thomas, had the craziest round in a major I have ever seen, or like not just the round, just the whole entire major. This man came out, shot 66, 79, 65, 78.
What the heck? Was it weather?
It was weather.
Oh,
It
okay.
was
It's like-
everything. He said.
how the
JT said
inconsistency-
later that he's like I love links golf, and most
Yeah.
of these guys absolutely love links golf, but it doesn't suit a lot of people's games.
Apparently
And
not.
he's like, I don't know how to play it. I have no clue how to play it, and that kind of showed because he was all over the board with those scores.
Oh my gosh.
So, and another thing with that is Bryson did not play well. He's not suited for links golf. He hits it high. And if you hit it high, you're
yeah,
going
the
to get
way-
affected by the
yeah.
wind.
I
You got to hit
gotcha.
stingers and keep it low.
I hadn't thought about the different players,
Yeah.
their games, how it would be
It's a
affected by
complete
the-
different
Yeah, that's
different
true.
style of golf, and that's I think that's why everybody likes the Open so much. So
That's neat. Yeah.
yeah,
Speaking of Bryson.
and yeah. Speaking of Bryson,
Yeah.
we don't like getting political or anything,
Yeah,
but
this is not a political
this is not a
endorsement.
political
We're not about that.
endorsement, but this is a YouTube video that
This is
is
just cool.
absolutely going crazy.
Yeah.
I've
So-
seen it everywhere.
Yeah, like there was, the presidential debate. Like
And
said, we're not
I
getting
before
politics,
this, I
but-
do want to say this was filmed on July 3rd. That
Okay.
what we're talking about. Filmed
Yes.
on July 3rd.
So I
That needs
believe this was after. Yeah, this was after the presidential debate. Yeah,
Yes.
there was talk of golf on it. We're not getting into that. But I will say, Donald Trump, he did back up what he says on there. Like he golfed around, 18 holes.
He played 18
What were they
holes
trying
with
to do?
Bryson.
Was
They
it get
they
under
were
15?
yeah no they were trying to get to a score of 50.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
Through 18.
yeah.
But they were playing on the red tees, which is the furthest tees up, which is what Trump plays at
Yeah,
because
I mean,
he's
he is
78 years
which I
old.
forget. And, I mean, it was. I don't care who the politician was they're playing. To see someone go out and play this good, like there. I watched a clip of it. He sent it to us, and there was one hole like they played all of Trump's shots.
He made a solo eagle.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it
Solo
was. He
eagle.
made a solo eagle. It was a
Yeah.
210-yard par 4 from the red tees, from the senior tees.
Yeah, that's
Which
78-year-old
he is
man
a
did.
78-year-old man. Now Bryson
And-
hits. I think he hits like a 9-iron from there.
Yeah, yeah. Still
But
a
Trump
little
hit
late.
his driver, drove it on the green, hit a great shot. He hits little cuts, and he just knows how to control it.
He does. Like his consistency blew my mind.
He hit every
Like,
fairway.
He knows how to play the game. I mean,
Don't look at his putting stroke, but,
Yeah, but it
he did make
works.
that putt, and it's awesome. Him
Yeah.
and Bryson had a lot of good conversations.
That's what it was really cool. The
And
back and forth.
to,
with the
to
two,
see
check
a
out the
president
course,
out there with
Yeah.
a YouTube guy,
Yeah, yeah.
even though it's Bryson, who's 2-time major champion at the U.S. Open,
It's great for
it
the
was
game.
still yes, it's
It
great.
is,
It's huge
like
for
that.
the game.
That's what you got
Um,
to do. Like get out there. Kudos to both men.
Yes.
I mean, honestly.
And it was all for charity. They made
Yeah.
I think it's like 20,000 for birdies, 30,000 for eagles on every
Yeah.
one that they made. They finished
So-
20 under, so you do that math.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
money
a lot
they
of money.
raised.
Yeah. Stat guy.
Our new stat guy, I
New
don't know if
stat-
we can
yeah.
do that or not.
This is our.
Yeah, we got to
They
know.
earned $1 for charity.
We got to know.
So, yeah, that's cool. I like when they throw on the match, and I know a lot of that's for
Yes.
charity. The different athletes, Mahomes,
Yeah.
Kelsey, Curry, the Splash
Yeah.
Brothers, like those are cool. I'm not a big guy that follows the tour, but I'll watch some of those.
Yeah.
It's for charity. It's a good cause. It's entertainment. Guys stepping out of their comfort zone. You know.
You know, who'd have thought we'd seen a
Entertainment.
president of the United States on YouTube playing
Yeah.
golf?
That's pretty cool.
He also owned the course, and he did drive up onto the tee box. But you know, when you own the course, you can do that.
Didn't he say that on there?
Yes, he
I own
did.
the course.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
sure.
he did.
Little humor. Yeah, it's a pretty cool video. So, yeah,
So,
check it out. What else you got?
Last thing we'll hit on golf is Mr. Tiger Woods. Of course, everybody wants to talk about him. You know, Tiger. I sent a picture of his leg. There was a picture taken at the U.S. Amateurs. He was there for his son Charlie. He did not wear a leg sleeve, and it showed his right leg, and
It's not great.
it is awful coming from somebody who has terrible legs to begin with. It is absolutely awful. I don't know how that man even plays 9 holes of golf.
It didn't look like he could still stand.
No,
was like, how-
I don't
didn't
know how.
Yeah.
I really don't.
You sent the picture and, kind of the context, and it was a golfer, and I'm like, that's got to be from the wreck,
Uh-huh.
Tiger, and other various incidents he had.
He
But,
has no calf muscle
No.
at all.
And-
It's like indented. I don't understand, but
And he's still out there, like,
he's
I know
still
he's
out
not
there.
doing great,
He
but is
he's
still trying
he's
to-
always working on his strength right now.
understandable.
Which makes me and a lot of other golf people wonder how often he's playing, and it looks like he is rusty.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
the fact he's still playing.
Yeah.
At a competitive level. Like,
you know, so if he starts playing more and gets to where he can, I think there could be a chance of, you know, he made the cut at the Masters, I think. Yeah, the Masters. He made the cut there. I could definitely see him doing it again. How many times he's played Augusta. And I
always
just,
root for him.
yeah, you know, we're always going to
Tiger's
root for Tiger, root for the last major.
Comeback story. Love it.
Yeah, have a great comeback story, but
Right.
we'll just say with what he went through, I can't believe he's playing golf at all.
Yeah, no, I can't.
It's
Standing,
it's
let alone
crazy.
Playing golf at the high levels.
And also, Charlie didn't do good in the U.S. Amateurs, but you know he's only
He has
15.
2 legs. Come on, son. Come on.
He's 15 years
He's
old.
50. I thought he was older than that.
So he was playing against
Yeah.
like John Daly Senior, Junior, John Daly
Oh.
Jr., who I think won it. I'm pretty sure.
Is he a chip off the old block?
Yeah.
Dude, John,
I don't know how much he.
Are they doing shots?
I don't know about that, but
Give
you
him
can tell it's John
Give him a
Daly's
few
son.
years. Give him a year. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I always root for John Daly too.
Yeah.
The dude's he's a real person. Freaking hilarious. What he
Yeah.
could do if he could do something other than drive.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
whiskey and Coke down. But
Yeah.
you know what? Respect him. He's cool. So
Oh yeah, John Daly's the best.
Yeah.
If he got away from Hooters, who knows what would happen?
his wings are irresistible.
Now they are.
Wings
I
endless
agree.
beer.
I agree.
So you got any more on golf?
No,
or
I
we're
think
gonna bring-
that's it. I think that's all I got on the Open. And
Bring
oh
our
wait,
other-
I was gonna mention because I mentioned this earlier about the majors. There are 4 majors. This will be the last thing I kind of talk about. And I was listening to a podcast on the way here. The last major ends in July. There's a lot of golf left to be played.
That's fair. Yeah.
Why don't they add another major?
Is it just makes them that like?
I don't know.
What do
I
they do
don't
for tennis?
know.
Another sport I don't follow, but do
Yeah,
they
I'm not
only
sure.
do like 4 of each
Yeah,
to make
I
them
think-
that special?
I think so, but
feel like
I
it's something to do
really,
with the Grand Slam aspect where there's only 4.
Yeah.
Win 4 is the.
I really think golf could use another one.
This is a good
in
one. If
my
anyone's
opinion.
listening, comment.
Yeah,
tell
so
us.
see what you guys think.
Yeah, this is out of my realm
my
of
plan
expertise.
would be once they get this deal figured out with Liv and the PIF and all
Hmm.
that stuff, and get the tour back together, or whatever, get it to where those guys can qualify and have better rankings than what they do. Because Lord knows Bryson should be on the Olympic team. That starts soon too. Look for Xander to maybe win another gold medal.
That'd be sweet.
But I think since this Open ends in July, I think they could do another major, maybe sometime September. My idea is they should do an international Open. They should have it be where you could qualify for it wherever you are, and it should be in a different country every year.
Oh,
Golf is a worldwide sport. There's lots of awesome courses around the world that they're not going to that we would love to see the best golfers in the world try.
try to go
Is there a
to.
president for all this stuff?
Yeah, he's not in many people's good graces
Can
right now.
you run? I'll write you in.
Okay.
Can we
I'll
run this?
take Jay
'Cause
Monaghy's
We're getting
job.
political now.
I'll take Jay Monaghy's job.
Make golf great again.
But I just
2024
think
right
that
here.
would be cool. You know, see him go to play in
Yeah,
Japan.
I know,
I know the
seriously, that
time
would be
the
cool.
time zone and airing it on TV and all that
That
stuff.
might be a problem.
That would
Logistics.
be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't see what you
I can't even read what you have over there, but
Live versus PGA.
Live. Oh, I like Live versus PGA would be a good one too.
that would be.
That would be, especially if they get them together somehow. But
That
I
would
just
be fascinating.
I just think the international playing at Japan, playing
Yeah.
Australia,
Mixed up a little
playing
bit.
all these, Middle East. I know people don't like it, but they have a lot of good courses
We're
there.
gonna have to check into security for that one. But yeah.
Yeah. I think with the live tie-in, I think the security
I
would
think
probably be pretty dang
there's
good.
a lot of money in that. Yeah.
I think that'd be
Yeah,
pretty good.
that's a
But
fair point.
let me know what you guys think on that. If you think that they need another major just to end the year,
Yeah.
because I don't. I mean, I watched golf, watch a lot of YouTube golf, but I love the majors, and the fact that this is the last one and it's July and I don't have another one to watch before the end of the year.
You see this man? He's in distress.
It's
Help him out.
it's
Give him some
upsetting.
more golf.
I want more major golf. There ain't nothing like it.
What will Cardinal baseball do for you?
Yeah, I'll
Maybe-
settle for Cardinals
Okay,
baseball
there we
as
go,
long as
there
they
we
get
go.
their head out of their ass.
No guarantee. No guarantee on that. But that's a pretty good segue to baseball.
Yeah,
You're
so-
good with it. Oh,
So all right, we're gonna take a quick
Paul, we're
break.
gonna do this right. We're gonna bullpen, calling him in.
We're calling the
Oh my
lefty.
gosh.
We're calling the lefty.
Yeah, the one lefty. I know, and I pointed the wrong arm. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, do a little switcheroo here, and we'll be back. Well, if you're still out there, I could guess I could serenade you with some beautiful music. Oh. Sorry, I was not much help on that, but I hope I. I hope I was a good host and set you up. I thought we really did.
Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
We are
he
done with
said.
our golf segment. Thank you,
Yes,
Alex. Shout
thank
out
you.
over there for coming in here and being our little golf guru there.
That was
So
very clutch, 'cause
watches way more than either of us do. So.
We could barely find the whole one tee box, the two of us together. That's about where we're at with golf.
Yep.
So
Last time
let alone-
not the last time I played golf, but one time I did actually hit a drive off of the little marker that tells you how long the hole is, and it came back and hit us. So
that's awesome. That's about where we're at. I mean, I routinely will tee off on one hole and be on the other one.
well,
Maybe
you
that's
know,
a common thing. With people
I hit a lot of
like-
fairways. They're not the right fairways. But
There you go. A lot of times I'm like, all right, it's cool the way this course is lined out, but can I go to that one? Like, I'm very
Yeah.
close to that green. Not allowed. So, if it ever is, watch out. It might be good. But we're going to get into baseball now, and what we're going to do is we did power rankings. Seemed like it went over pretty well, about 2 months ago?
right.
Probably needs an update. So we kind of broke these into tiers. We're going to do the rankings, and we're going to talk about, like, why they're where they are. Player movement, possibly, like for the good teams, who they might add. The bad teams, well, they suck, who they might trade away. So let's start this off. I think number one, pretty unanimous, those fighting Phillies.
Yeah. Is there a
You agree?
better 1-2 duo in baseball than Wheeler and Nola?
There are some that are comparable, but is there a better 1, 2, 3, 4 when you put Suarez and Christopher Sanchez behind them?
When I was thinking of that almost exactly, looking into this, the
Mm-hmm.
only team that I could think of that even had something close to that was the Mariners. Because
Yes.
The Mariners starting rotation
you're right.
is very
Castillo,
good.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, Castillo, Gilbert, Wu, Kirby.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty dang good. Problem is they can't hit their way up a paper bag. We'll
Exactly.
get to that later.
They can't hit the ball.
Yeah, the Phillies, they lost Harper. They lost Big Boy Schwarber
Yep.
for about a week, 2 weeks, didn't skip a beat.
Didn't skip a beat.
Their lineup, top to bottom, solid. The pin, that might be the only weakness, but Hoffman's been dang good. Alvarado depends on the day. But this team, top to bottom, is amazing. And that's the thing. You look at what they're going to add, it's like, woof, what do they need? Like we discussed, the pin, maybe?
They're gonna add a bullpen arm. I think that's about the only thing that they're missing. The lineup's
actually-
good. The starting pitching's
It is
great.
good, but we want to make it great. I've got, this might be off base. Screw it. We're having fun tonight. We're swinging for the fences.
Okay.
What do you think about Lou Bob in center field for them? Do they have the prospects to probably do it? Yes, it would deplete their farm system. Look at the guys they have signed up. Who cares?
Well, the Phillies GM has said before that he is willing to spend money.
That's Dealer Dave.
He's willing to go.
Yeah. He
So
does not care about prospects. He wants to win now.
exactly.
I think he's done that. What was he? Toronto, Detroit. It's a pretty common theme with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would not put it past them to do that.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like the Cardinals in 04. Remember when we had to stack lineup and then we added Larry
Do
Walker?
the White Sox have any sort of a bullpen arm that would be even worth grabbing?
Kopech.
Okay.
So if they could swing both of those, he's been very up and down, but gosh dang, he throws gas. That would be cool. I
Yeah.
like that. Hey, some of you GMs maybe want to listen to us. We might have some ideas. you know.
Kopech would be cool at the end of that bullpen.
Well,
I bet they would.
yeah.
The Phillies
I like
fans
that.
would not complain.
Let's start saying where we could get people fired. Advice,
Oh, we'll definitely get people fired. But we'll have some cool ideas.
Don't try this on your actual MLB team. Here you go. So yeah, all right, we got
Fantasy,
them one-
maybe.
Yeah, fantasy. Oh yeah, we got a lot of that. But I got Baltimore at 2. Now, with this tier, I think Phillies are a top team, but I've
Okay.
got 2 through 7. 7 teams I think could win the World Series.
Yeah.
As of right now, it's feasible. Some higher chances than others. Do you mean just roll through it real quick, and then we'll go back team by team?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we got the Phillies at the top. We got Baltimore. I've got them 2nd. Dodgers 3rd. Guardians. Ooh, the Guard Dogs 4th. The freaking Brewers. I'm done being like, I've all year been like, they're going to
No.
fall apart. They're going to fall apart. It's going to happen.
They're
It's
going
gonna
to.
happen.
It's not
I'm-
sustainable.
Okay, I'm going to say they're not, and they're 5th, so they do now. Because all
Okay.
year I've doubted them. Look where they're at.
Okay.
So I've got them 5th. I've got the Astros. I know the record's not quite there, but they're coming.
Oh, I mean, they're winning that division now.
They are who we thought they were.
They
to
are
start
in
the year.
first in that division now.
They are. Yeah, and shout out to the Mariners claps. We'll hit on that later, but it's
Well, you know,
impressively bad. Give it to you.
turns out they can't hit the ball that well.
No, and it turns out you do have to score runs to win games.
So much for that Julio MVP.
Shut up. Not great. He hadn't hurt his ankle. That second half was coming around.
He wasn't hitting before the ankle.
No, he wasn't. Second half, Julio, you saw
Has he hit
shades.
double-digit home runs yet?
He has as many home runs as Stephen Kwan, I believe, at 11. So
Okay.
yes, double digits, but when I just said Julio's tied with Stephen Kwan, we don't have to say any more about his
Yeah,
season. With
that's
all due
fair.
respect, Stephen Kwan. Quan's average is way higher. But,
Like 100 points higher.
we're done with this. We'll kick them later. There's plenty of kicking for them.
Okay.
And the Yankees, that's how I've got, is 7th. Your Yanks.
I think
loss
that
for
they
me.
started out really hot. They've come back down to earth here lately.
Yeah.
I do think that lineup is a murderer's row. And they've got Lewis Gill and
Heel.
Lewis Hill.
Who might be on an innings restriction, though.
Okay.
He might be.
They've got Garrett Cole,
And
who's
coming into
probably on one as well. But
I don't know,
he
because
just
he's coming back into form. And, like, I think they built him up. Like, he's 30, 33, 34. They're going to let him go.
he's gotten back-to-back quality
Yeah.
starts.
He's
So he's looking good
a
again.
little more. But you're leading into what my problem is their rotation. That, in my mind, is what carried them. Like, Soto and Judge have been great.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the lineup's not been great lately, which is why their record is where it is over the last 20 days
Yeah.
or so. Okay, Nestor Cortez has came back to earth. Rodon's last start was great. Before that, he came back down to earth. Schmidt is still on the shelf. They've got Cole, Heel. I don't know how long he's going to be able to go. He's coming off Tommy John.
You'd think that they'd kind of slow him down later in the season so they can have him in the playoffs.
As long as they know they're going to be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they start falling back. I don't know. Like, there's just some more concerns there. It looked great when all these pitchers were hitting their ceiling. And the lineup, Soto and Judge are great. Stanton's had a great bounce-back year, but, like, what's wrong with Gleyber Torres? Does he know in a contract year you're supposed to hit, not get benched? Maybe someone should tell him that.
That's kind of been a
I wonder if his agents brought that
trending
up.
thing in his entire career.
Bro, you're going to
really.
lose me money. Oh, yeah. You mean those highs, lows.
Mhm.
Absolutely. LeMahieu, he's back. Whoop-de-doo. Hadn't done much yet. Volpe's fell off. Ben Rice came up, and he was like the second coming of Lou Gehrig for about a week. And, well, yeah, not great now.
I saw something the other day on the face pages that showed
pages, I
it
like
showed there was a fence that had been put on right after the dirt in the infield at Yankee Stadium, and they said home run derby for Yankees lineup 4-9.
I love that. I bet it's still pretty low total.
Nobody hit me.
I bet. I mean, they have problems in their lineup. Like, they have two great hitters. Jason Dominguez, I don't know when he's going to be back. He's got hurt. Go figure.
Shocker.
So, I don't know, like, what they're going to do. I mean, I'm going to throw one out. What do you think of Jazz in Yankee Stadium? How cool would that be? That lefty go-for-it-all swing.
He's
Playing
more
some
bark
second
than
base.
bite, in my opinion. I'm
I
not a
agree.
Jazz guy.
I think he needs out of Miami. I'm not a big fan of him, but what I'm saying, that ballpark, the way it's made for lefties, and
Yeah,
if
he'll
he's
hit some
not,
home runs.
he's not carrying the team. If he's just there, and honestly, if he has someone to probably whip his ass into shape, like, they're not going to put up with his antics in New York.
He's like Walmart version of Alfonso Soriano.
I love that. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Second base, played some outfield. One's lefty, one's a righty, but the similar profile.
Yeah, just a small guy that swings hard.
Have I ever told you how smart you are?
Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
Well, I carry a lot of weight in life, yeah. Him and Tanner Scott, what if they come in a deal to New York? That's my throwing that
Never
out
trust
there.
a guy with two
Crazy
first
one.
names.
Once again, your logic never fails. It never fails. That's good, dude. You've got one-liners for days. That's great.
We'll see. I think that they could both help that team, yes.
Well, Clay Holmes
Absolutely.
has been very shaky. Like, if they actually have a lead, they're blowing it. So
Yeah, well,
could help. Back up to Baltimore. This one is the one that I would love to see them push their chips in. There was the rumor out there that Stat Guy brought up. One of my other buddies brought up. Apparently it's pretty popular. They read the same stuff. I
Okay.
don't know. They might go deep sea big fish hunting. Fishing, whatever. Trying to land Tarek Skubal.
okay.
What do you think of that?
I think it's going to take a big package, but I think that
They
got
have one.
the prospects to do it.
Yeah.
If there is a team that has the farm system to go all in and get him, it's the Baltimore Orioles. I don't think that there's a deeper farm system in baseball.
There's not. This is the only team that I think can pull this off, and the rumor was Holiday in the trade.
Yeah, those guys are just 3D printing top prospects. They all look alike.
They all have a similar demographic. The mullet, maybe
Yeah.
there's power in the mullet.
Mhm.
Maybe. Ooh, Hendo, Gunnar Henderson, Holiday, Kerstead. Who's the other? A lot of them guys look the same.
All right, so what's it going to take?
I think Herstead and Holiday gets the Tigers talking.
Do you
And-
think that they can do it without Holiday?
Yes. Do I think? Wait, hold on. Short term, win the World Series without him? Yes.
Do you think that they can get Skubal without Holiday in the trade?
Oh, I'm sorry. Honestly, yes, because they're so loaded. If you
Yes.
throw Hurstead, you're going to probably have to give up Kobe Mayo in that deal.
Okay.
Maybe a guy that's already been up, like Cade Popovich. He says the
Yeah.
lefty. I think it could. If not, I think it could be worth it because, for one thing, if they lose Holiday, hear me out. I know this sounds crazy. I'm not normally going to trade the top prospect in baseball, but he's second baseman, shortstop. You look at that infield. We got Mountcastle at first. Sorry, we had Retchman at catcher. Second base, we have Jordan Westberg, all-star.
Yeah.
Turned into a stud this year. Henderson's at short. If in this trade you move Holiday, you keep Colby Mayo, who's not up yet, but is a masher.
Yeah.
That is a young, all-controllable infield for years to come.
Okay.
Mountcastle will be the first one that need money, but that's the easiest one to get rid of that core.
All right.
Not many teams could do what they could do. And you look at the playoffs, and here's the other thing. Skubal's not just a rental. 2 more years after this year.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, they might lose Burns.
I'm just saying. You're saying Mayo or are you saying Holiday?
Are you talking about the official trade here?
Yes.
I think you might have to give up, and I'm going high, Holiday and Hurstead
All right.
for, I think, Skubal, and I think their bullpen arm. Jason Foley, I think is their closer.
Okay.
And that might have been who was in the article. I'm sorry, we should probably source this. I'm not for sure. It's that guy. But, sorry, I kind of take advantage of that now. But I think what we're looking at is 12 years of club control between Holiday and Hurstead.
Mm-hmm.
For Skubal and Foley, maybe in the ballpark of 4 years, club control, somewhere there. That is what would be appealing to Detroit. It would be very. Skubal, you've got, like I said, 2.5 years, counting this year left on him. You are the World Series favorite, I think, if you do that, because them and the Phillies are right up there. But Skubal has handled the Phillies in the regular season. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You run Skubal out as your 1, Burns as your 2, vice versa, whatever. G-Rod as your 3. That's hard to beat.
Absolutely it is. But what I'm saying is, would you rather do the trade that way, or would you rather do something like where you bring up their prospects? I'm going to have Hurstead in there still.
Oh, okay.
But instead of Holiday, I'm going to give up Basalo.
Yeah, Samuel Basallo.
Basallo.
First base catcher prospect.
And I'm also going to give up Colby Mayo.
Okay.
Those two instead of Holiday.
Ooh, interesting.
Those are still two top 15
So you're giving up Hurstead
prospects.
too? You're giving
Yes.
up all 3 of those?
All 3 of those.
Truthfully, if I was approached with that, given what these guys are valued at, I would try to trade Basillo, if I said his name right, Mayo, and instead of Hurstead, a little lower ranked prospect, like I think they have a Kyle Stowers. Mm-hmm. They've got other options. I would try to do that, thinking that's fair, because Mayo's pretty highly rated, and Basillo, he's very highly rated. He's top 15.
Yeah, he's 12. He's 12th on MLBs.
Okay, and I mean he's catcher.
And Mayo's top 15 as well. He's number 15.
Okay, so I would rather go that route and keep Hurstead in that deal. I would do that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer that route. Either way, I think you're giving up 2 of these big guys.
Excuse me.
Make it happen. Like, yeah, I'd be fine with that. If push came to shove, they wanted Hurstead too. I'd be like, all right, I need something else from you. You know.
Okay.
I'd have to see the roster go through it, decide on that. But I would not. If that is who I think could get them the World Series. That is the ultimate goal. And even if they don't win it this year, they've got him next. And if they lose Burns, there's your ace.
Well, like what if you went Basallo, and then you went Mayo, and then maybe throw in like Colton Kaiser?
Given the depth they have, I'd strongly consider it.
Yeah.
I really would. And it's going to take a whole lot.
And then that way you
Skubal.
keep your Hurstead.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep Hurstead than
Yeah.
Kaiser, in my opinion.
I
So.
agree. I think Hurstead could be a very special
Yeah.
bat. So
And I think Holiday can be too.
And,
That's why I think the Orioles will try to protect that.
I think so. I'm just saying the Orioles have just this rich system of prospects. Use it before you lose it. As
They're not
Cardinal
gonna all
fans,
turn out.
we've seen it. Right. And as Cardinals fans, we've seen what happens when you sit on these top prospects, squander them, overvalue them. If that can get you something that can push you across that finish line, you pull the trigger. Because you never know who could turn out. You never know next year if you're going to be in the same position. You think you are, but you don't know.
Right. You just had 3 of your guys like Rushman and Gunnarsson or
Henderson.
Gunnar
Yeah.
Henderson, not Gunnarsson.
I like that.
You had all those
Good combo.
guys end up working out.
Yes, you did.
So
You said you're
since
doing
all of
that?
those guys
Yeah.
have worked out, trade the guys that might work out,
Yeah.
get you some sure talent, win you that World Series.
You can't play 20 guys.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like
You're going to have to trade someone eventually. You're going to have to let
And-
them walk eventually.
Yeah.
One of the two.
And what are they like? I do not believe in their system. They have an ace coming up. That's something that because G-Rod's already up.
G-Rod.
He's already up. I don't think any of these other guys project to be quite to that level.
No.
You would be taking an area of strength to bring in something that could be a weakness next year. Burns
Yeah.
walks. That is mediocre, more rotation.
But we got a little bit stuck on the Orioles here.
Yeah, we did.
So
went a little over. Well, we like them, and we think they might win
Yes.
the World Series. So we'll speed it up. Cleveland, LA. They're where they're at with a all-star team of injuries. They scare the hell out of me, what they could do. They do not have as good of a farm system as Baltimore, but here's the key. They're like a loaded gun, pointing it around. You saw years ago when they did the Scherzer-Turner trade, they're just like, yeah, 2 of our top 4 prospects, 3, whatever it was, and Ruiz and Gray. Okay, boom. They will make a move. We've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to happen.
How big of a move? Like they're going
Yeah.
to do something.
Well, it's already been remembered. They're targeting everybody. Go figure.
Yeah.
And Crochet, they've circled it around him. I think they actually might go nuts in Crochet and Lubob and give up. I'm not saying they have as good of a system, but they have a system that could do this.
Mhm.
And it's one of those systems that could. I'd have to pull up their prospect list to go through, but they've got like Dalton
I
rushing.
want the Cardinals to
Could be
trade
there.
for those guys.
Well, yeah, but we don't have the cojones they do. And we actually don't have the somehow, how in the heck do they win every year, be so low in picking, and have this talented of a farm system? DePaula, that's the outfielder I was trying to think of. I think they could throw him in it, rushing. A pitcher, River Ryan, he just came up a little bit ago. Intriguing arm. You know what? They could easily, Nick Frasso, yeah, he's a highly touted. Hurts had some injuries, but all these guys, go figure. They're prospects that would get them interested, and by gosh, I bet you in 2 years' time, the Dodgers would have that replenished. That's
Yeah.
how they work. I could
Weird.
see them.
It's almost like their scouting and player development is good. If only the Cardinals could do that.
It's almost like that's a good way to go about business. Food for thought, but I gotta give a shout out to you with the Guardians pick, winning the division.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah.
And good
You
call.
know, hey, I thought still not the reason that I thought it'd be. I thought that their
They're
pitching
there.
would be outstanding, and their
Yeah.
pitching's been okay. Their lineup has been insane.
It's nuts. I'm telling you, it's all those dimensions they changed. I'm not an engineer. I don't get it. They're hitting a lot more. Stephen Kwan's hitting home runs.
Okay, so I did see something about that the other day.
So I'm not crazy.
They actually told Stephen Kwan
Oh,
to stop hitting for contact. They said swing and miss more.
you might be 5'10", 170, but by God,
They
put your butt
said
into
swing and miss more because you're getting yourself out by making contact too often.
All
You're
right.
making weak contact.
weak contact. Yeah.
So he's
his
like-
exit velocity is way better.
Yeah, his exit velocity is insane now. And so they actually had batting practices where they would have him try to miss pitches.
This is so unorthodox. This is
Yes.
like the opposite. You tell your young age, go up the middle. Solid swing up the middle. Don't try to hit home runs. Like, no, screw that. Okay,
We want you to miss some pitches.
Yeah, what puts fans in the seats? What gets you paid Josh Donaldson? What gets you paid the big bucks?
Well,
Home runs.
Josh Donaldson used to have that segment where he's like,
You literally told kids, don't listen to your
if your coach ever tells you to get on top of the ball, tell him no.
If he tells you to not swing for the fences, don't listen. Don't listen. Under the ball, uppercut. He said, I got paid for doing that. You will too.
Was MVP.
I just don't know that they will make the big move. That's not their MO. I think they need a pitcher. Their offense has been great, but I mean, what they get to postseason, Shane Bieber ain't coming back. What do you do? Bybee, that's your one.
Is Gavin Williams going to be healthy?
I don't know, and he's not looked great since
No.
coming back. I like there's Tristan McKenzie's in the minors. Like there's a lot of just names there that are like they look like us with a bunch of 4-5s, but they're winning. Like, so I think they need a stud pitcher. I don't see it happening. I don't.
No, small market team for one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And
They
just
really
not a team that makes a splash.
Yeah,
Even though
no.
Cleveland made a movie about that, about
I-
making a splash because
yeah
draft day.
And yeah, that was kind of a big deal. And
Yeah.
maybe they need Kevin Costner to come in and
Yeah.
run it, shake some stuff up.
people
Pancake
come to the
eating,
water park to get wet, guys. No, no.
Is a little off there, but is Rick Vaughn Pedro Serrano? That's
Well,
need
they
a
already
Ricky
hit
and Pedro.
dingers.
Yeah, that's fair, but they could hit more.
Yeah.
The Brewers, I think, is actually kind of the same boat. I'm sorry. They've made their big splash. They got Aaron Savale. Another number 5.
I'd take Aaron Savale.
Well, yeah, I mean, but we're talking about the Cardinals rotation. We're watching Lance Lynn and, Libby trot out there. No offense to Libby, but we're watching some guys trot out that's uninspiring. So that's another team. I don't know they have the prospects to make a big splash, nor is that their MO.
Okay.
Well, they do. CC Sabathia back in the day. I think they traded for him. Big splash at the deadline.
Yeah.
Can't recall really a big move since then. But shout out to where they're at now. They have proved me wrong. Yelly just got hurt, but he's had a bounce back season up until this. He's been
very good.
Yeah, he has Adames. Torres ought to watch him. He's in a walk year. He's hitting the ball. He's stealing some bags. That's how you're supposed to get paid. There you go. Thank you. I helped you out, Glaber.
He's done pretty well.
Hoskins, good call on that, by the way. He's bounced back. They've made a lot out of not much.
He's still hitting like 210, but he's hitting dingers.
He's hitting dingers. That's all that matters. Them other little guys get on base. So,
yeah. I think he had about a 3-week IL stint too.
He did. When they traded Burns, they traded him for Joey Ortiz, DL Hall. And I was like, they're getting last in the division. That's all for Corbin Burns. Turns out this Joey Ortiz kid's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? Like, he wasn't even Baltimore. I think he was maybe the end of their top 10, and DL Hall was like, washed up. Not washed up, but he had not delivered on the hype.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, crap deal. Look at what they do. Turns out that's why they get paid for the
Burns
team.
has still been pretty good.
Oh, no. That's not my point. I'm saying what they got back for Burns, I thought was nothing. And I thought they were going to be terrible trading Burns away for not much, and I'm wrong. So, yeah, Burns is good. Noted.
He is what we thought they were.
Yeah. So the Astros, the Yankees, like we talked about the Yankees, the Astros, I think they're going to do something. Like, I think they're going to go out. I can see like a little rotation help they need. First base is an issue.
The Astros, you're saying the Astros are going to up the rotation?
Yes, I think they will.
What's the rotation right now?
Right now, all right, Verlander's coming back on the IL. They've got Framber Valdez. Blanco has, I think, overachieved. Cool story. Don't want to
cool story.
Like
PEDs.
Yeah. Well, allegedly. Not a little bit of the rosin.
Yeah.
They've got Spencer Getty in the rotation right now. Help me out here, stat guy.
They have Christian Javier still?
No, he's out for the year. Tommy John.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Who am I forgetting? Valdez, Verlander's not back. Okay, they got a lot of question marks. Hunter Brown, that's who I can think of.
Okay.
He's been great. Yes, I think they need another arm. I heard you and Elliot talking about, their surplus. I'm like, not really. I think they need a guy that at least slots in as number 3, a 4. You don't know when Verlander comes back what he's going to be. He's
pushing 40.
Kate Elton's probably helping him out right now, while he's on the IL. But you've got at the top of your rotation Valdez, Brown, and Blanco. Like, that's not the most inspiring.
No.
Which, quick timeout on that. Thank you, Brandon Elliott, for coming on. Total stud. Sorry to wait till now to give you a shout out. Appreciate it. We would have went back and forth on a couple of those deals. But, I think they go after an arm. I really do. First base, they've got a hole. Brady was terrible. But Loperfino has played there some. John Singleton. It's not great, but they have a dang good lineup around it. I think they need a pitcher.
So you're saying they don't want to trade us for Goldschmidt?
No.
And give us pitching?
No, that's not. No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm not. They're not going to do it because, I think they're going for it. They're not going to take away an area that they still need for a slight upgrade. No, I don't think that's happening. I get sort of the thought process, but I don't know. I think they're a full-fledged buyer.
Okay.
They're not going to give up an asset that's going to help them win a World Series. No. So the Yankees no more. Tier 2. Boy, we're not the most time efficient on this one. But
no, we are not.
We're not.
It's okay. We don't have to be.
Yeah, we're just throwing caution to the wind here, boys. You ready for my tier 2?
Let's do
Rattle
it.
these off. I got the KC Royals at number 8. Freaking love it. I love the story. Love the young team. Is that high? The power rankings at 8? Don't care.
Yeah, I put in my notes here. I said, no idea how they're here. I think they're a year or two early. But I love it. Let the kids eat. Let Salvi have his last day in the sun. Let's do it.
Yes, do it for Salvi.
Do it for Salvi.
They've already sort of said, screw it. They traded, I think they overpaid for Hunter Harvey. But for them, that's going all in. Problem. Their system is trash. It's not good. A lot of guys, Vinny P just came up with recently.
Mhm.
Had a lot of guys come up. It's that cycle. Michael Massey.
Exactly. Yeah, they're where the Orioles were.
Yeah.
But
You're
the Orioles just somehow 3D print those guys, so they've got 5 more. I'm waiting.
It's kind of where Baltimore looked like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Honestly, and they all came up. It's just they had more in the
Mhm.
pipeline somehow. So I don't see them making any more moves. I got to give a shout out to the rotation. Old man Waka, doing great. Cole Reagans has been a stud. Seth Lugo, all-star. Who's seen that coming? Good for him. Good for him. They've got a pretty solid, top of their rotation. They've got a shot.
They can make some noise.
They can. I'm not.
Especially being on the AL side where you don't have to run into the Dodgers. You don't have to run into the Phillies. You got the
You
Yankees.
still got
You got the Orioles.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And the Guardians, I don't think are. I just don't think it's sustainable.
Well,
they're the Brewers for me.
But if they get in, honestly, and Kansas City and Cleveland matches up, I'm giving the KC because of the pitching.
Yeah.
I am. They are set up that if they get in, top of that rotation, could be pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
so I got them 8th. The Braves, I got 9th. I'll just run through this real quick. I got Atlanta 9th, Minnesota 10th, Bo Sox 11th. I don't know about that one. They were hot going into the break, have been crap coming out of it.
Well, I think they've overachieved. I think the Red Sox have
Yeah.
overachieved, and I think that the Braves are too hurt to continue.
Yes,
And
yes.
I just don't think that they're the team that they should be because of that reason. They've had a major injury. They basically lost their best pitcher and
Yeah.
their best player.
They did. You're absolutely right. And they lost Michael Harrison.
Yeah.
Who could be an all-star. They just lost to Albies Sunday against us. That was the one that I'm like, all right, they've been their head above water. Albies too. I think just all this adds up. Harrison even running yet. He's not back yet. Ronaldo Lopez, I feel like there's going to be an inning problem there. He's never been a starter like this. Chris Sale's been great. First time in a long time. Can he keep it going?
I think that he's front runner in the NL Cy Young.
He's up there.
Yeah.
I'll give it to unless Paul Skeens decides to take that
Well,
away too.
that's
Could happen.
coming, but right now he's the front runner.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens is pacing him down, though.
Yeah, he is. I mean, that's when we did our All-Star podcast. It was
Our
like
St. Louis Cardinals handed them his first L.
we did kind of by default, but hey, we still beat him.
He threw 8 1/3.
He went, yeah, and he gave up 2 runs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that we probably shouldn't have won that game, but we'll take it. So yeah, all right, the Braves. And that's the thing. I know a couple years ago they lost to Cunha. They went out, they revamped their outfield. Big move. I don't
isn't
know
that World
that.
Series
I
year.
agree. Riley hadn't been the same, like Olsen hadn't. I don't see it this year. But and the Twins too. There's some deficiencies pitching wise. I mean, all these teams are going to talk about. It's like
Pablo Lopez hasn't been Pablo Lopez.
No,
He's
he
coming around a little.
he's had shades.
Yeah.
Shades of it. Joe Ryan's been good. But he's actually started as the weather warms up. A few more Ding Dong Johnsons have went out against him.
Yep.
Ding
Dong Johnson.
Yeah, slam a lam and ding dongs. It's a problem. It is. Those fly ball guys in the summer. Oh, we might get better as this goes on. So their offenses looked amazing. They've had guys like Brooksley come up. Jose Miranda decided he can't make an out a while back. Like, Correa looked good till he got hurt. They've got some pieces, but I don't think they're the complete team.
No.
They can. But I've still got them 10th. Boston 11. That's the one that I don't know what to think. They've overachieved.
Yeah, I don't think they're as good. We both had them getting last in that division.
We did. Good call.
And I don't think that what they're doing now is sustainable. I think they're 10 games over 500.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I don't think it's quite that high anymore. But
No, before the break, though, they were within like 5 games of Baltimore. Like, they went on a run. I think they lost today. I thought it was like 20-7 to Colorado, so it's a bit of a setback.
Well,
I think Pavetta was on the bump. That's rough. Bad game. But, I mean, they've got Casas coming back. Like, they've got a little reason for hope. But this year was supposed to be like a retool. Like, weren't supposed to be
Casas
here.
may never play again.
It's not looking good, I'm not going to lie. Good pick on my part. But I could see them actually this week will determine. This is a team that may stand pat. They may.
Yeah.
If they
I don't think they'll be sellers. Though. I don't think they can be.
The only thing I wonder, they could trade like Kenley Jansen.
Yeah.
Because, teams need a closer. He's been pretty good. If they don't think it, they could get something for him. I don't see them adding. That's the only thing. Cardinals, that's who I've got 12th. We spent a whole episode talking about them. I don't think we need to talk much on it. But
No.
I'd love to see Mo sack up, do something. I feel like we're going to probably be looking at best case scenario like an Eric Fetty.
Dumpster dive.
Yeah, possibly.
We're going to dumpster
Or
dive.
Tyler Anderson. Truthfully, the guy, I'm between Zach Eflin and Nathan Eovaldi are two of the top guys I would like.
A lot of reports I've seen is EO being our top target.
I don't know he's going to be available.
Huh?
So.
Blake Snell.
Oh, Blake
yeah.
Snell.
Well, I would love for us to add Blake Snell.
I would too. I wish we would have maybe signed him. Would have eliminated having to give a
That'd
prospect
been pretty
for
cool.
him.
That'd been pretty cool.
It'd have
Instead, we might get him as a rental. But I'm thinking
we might give
I
up
brought this up.
prospects to get him and pay him too now.
I brought this into our conversation earlier because we have a group chat that we all talk throughout the day.
Because we're pretty awesome. Yeah.
And while we're talking to the Giants,
I like this.
let's get that right-handed bat. Let's go for Jorge Soler.
Some solar power.
Yeah,
I
solar
like that.
power.
I like that. The only drawback I have on that, I like the fit. I like the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'll trade him because I don't know what to think of them. He's 3 years, right?
3 years, $42 million.
So, honestly, they might just be like, Snell, that's kind of been a mess of a deal. He's pitched good lately.
That's a very team-friendly deal with Soler.
Exactly.
Soler.
So, I don't know that they'll move him because they might run this back next year. They've got good pitching coming up.
Yeah.
I think they might, and they need power. I don't know that they would trade him.
Because
honestly.
he's probably not – he's not a guaranteed 30 home run guy for sure, but he's guaranteed 20 home run guy.
He hits the ball very hard.
Yeah.
He's a good bat to have. But like I said, I doubt the availability on it. I don't know. But
They're
if
only
so,
paying him $7 million this year. I think his contract goes up. I think he's in the teens the next two.
Yeah, I would endorse that. It's the right-handed bat you need. I wish he could play center. We could figure out a way to shuffle it around, get his bat in the lineup.
Yeah.
I just don't think it'll happen. But I don't mind the Snell fit either. That's the thing. I don't know. What is he? 1 year and then a player option? Is that right? Or is it mutual?
It's a player option.
Yeah, so I think given the year he's had, he's probably going to take someone up on that. But
maybe.
Unless he goes off. If he goes off in the second half, it might be a different story. But
that's the thing is,
that.
you're either going to get a very good Snell and probably not get him back.
Right.
Or you're going to get a mediocre Snell and then run it back
He'd
next
take you up
year.
on that for $25 million.
Exactly.
Yeah. That complicates it, I think. It really does. So I don't know about that one. But, that's kind of the ballpark I see. And I don't even know if Eovaldi will be available. Like the Rangers, I was talking to Brandon today, and I was like, how far out are they? He's like, 3 games. Like, okay, they won the World Series last year. 3 games out. They've got Scherzer coming back. I don't want to – gosh dang, I've got them down here. We're going to talk about Texas now because they're still kind of in this tier. They're around the 18 range I've got. But they've got – all right, Scherzer's coming back. Molly's coming back. DeGrom might be back into the year. Yes, this is a lot of maybes. Jung, I have no idea if he'll be back, but if he is back, because they're that close, I actually think they could overtake Seattle.
Jung is back to swinging a bat again.
Well, he was already there a few weeks ago.
He was
so we'll see.
in
rehab
I think,
games.
Yeah, he's rehab games.
He was with the team, and it was like, oh, my wrist is kind of sore for BP. And then it's like, no, I'm not going to play for a while. So I'm not banking on it. But there's, they went on a tear at the end of the year last year. If I remember right, they got hot. Just snuck into the playoffs. You know the rest.
Turns out that works.
It does. So maybe they're doing the same thing. Ooh, cheeky bastards. Look at that.
Well, I don't. I just don't think.
There is the case though that they could hang on to him.
If they sneak into the playoffs, they could be a scary team. That's
Yes,
a great lineup.
And you would want to keep Eovaldi for that. He's a playoff performer. Yes, I like the fit in St. Louis. I do. Love to see us do it. I don't know about that. I don't know that he's going to be available. So that's my point there. Okay, so where are we at? My
Mets,
13.
Diamondbacks, we're at 14-15.
Oh, no, don't just gloss over that. That's your Mets. You be proud.
They're hanging in there.
They are. I have got total tech failure here. But anyway, we got what did I have for 13 after the Cardinals?
For 13, Cardinals were the 13. So
I thought
14
I had 12,
and 15, you had the Mets and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, okay.
The 16
so the
is
Mets,
Pirates.
Diamondbacks, all these teams are very interesting to me. The Diamondbacks, I do not foresee them doing anything because, there's the cliche Cardinal line that, who we get back is like making a trade. With them, it's actually true. You know, they just got Monty back. They've got Erod coming back. They've got Merrill Kelly coming back. It's like, oh, crap.
Well, when the people they're getting back is the base core of their team.
It's, their rotation.
Yeah.
Like, Corbin Carroll's starting to show that he has a pulse still.
That was
A little
looking
bit.
bad.
That was rough.
Well, in the playoffs, he was the only one. In the World Series, I think he was the only one hitting.
He was. Yeah, he was, I mean, one of the best players in baseball last year. Where'd it go? Is it the shoulder? I don't think he just forgot how to hit.
Well, I mean, he stole 50 bags last year, and then turns out you got to get on base to do that
does
again.
help. That does. Yeah, it's hard to steal second when you strike out.
Yep.
It is. Wild pitch. Ooh, left it opening there. Marte is a stud. He's been great. Eugenio Suarez, who they got. They got my boy Gridge, too. Had some guys hit. They really have. I don't see them doing anything, but I see them improving.
Okay.
They're a team to watch, I think. Freaking Mets.
Hey,
Come on.
they're hanging in there over 500. I'm telling you, they're going to sneak into that playoffs.
The power of Grimace. That's all I
Power
gotta
of
say.
Grimace.
Amazing what they've done. Simply amazing.
And Jose Iglesias.
Latin pop star.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah. Him and Burley. I wonder if they could do a little like something.
Yeah.
You know, we got the rap and then what Burley does.
Well, yeah. Well, I was thinking more like Burley and Victor Scott, but
Oh, I missed that one.
Victor Scott's a rap. Got a
I
rap
forgot
album.
about that. Yeah, that's fair. Wow, man. These guys have. Well, Burley's been great. If Scott just was as good at baseball as rapping. Might have a center fielder, but maybe someday. But no, the Mets, in all fairness, like they've got an awesome young lineup. Like I didn't look into this year. I didn't think all these guys would start hitting like break right, like Mark Vientos. Best case scenario, Francisco Alvarez stepping up. You know, they've got a lot of guys that have hit. Like the pitching does not scare me, but they're there.
Well, nothing about them's scary.
No,
It's just I'm just saying they're going to sneak into the playoffs.
yeah. Well, they could do it.
Yeah.
I might eat crow on that. About like the Toronto Blue Jays pick.
Now, my next team over here is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Something
Yeah.
about their pitching's kind of scary.
If they get in, I do not want to face those.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot San Diego. I don't know what to think on them either. I had them 13th. The Fighting Schiltz. I love Mike Schilt. I'm not counting them out.
Lineup's
Get
great.
Tatis back. Get him
Rotation's
back.
okay.
It's okay. They've traded. Their GM will trade.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's about to run out of prospects again. Or they somebody. He will do something. They could go after another pitcher, maybe. I don't really have a good feel on that. I just know he's crazy. It's fun. I like it.
It's crazy. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm
I
all
like
for
it.
it. I'm all for chaos.
I
I'm
like
fantasy GM. Like trade him. Pittsburgh. Thank you for mentioning that. Get a freaking bat.
Get a couple of them.
Yeah. While you're at it, get two. Hell, I don't know. Go for it. Like with pitchers, bullets are limited. Use them. Like, what were you getting at with
You
Pittsburgh?
got Paul Skeens. You got Jared Jones. You got
Yeah.
Mitch Keller.
Yeah, that's a heck of a 1 through 3.
I mean,
What's it matter in the playoffs? Like
1, 2, 3.
Get in, guys, and it can happen. Like, man, I keep bringing up Lou Bob.
Jared Jones is hurt right now. I think he's coming back pretty soon.
Very soon.
I think he's already in rehab
Yeah,
games.
He is. I mean, I don't know they have a whole lot prospect wise. Like they've just had some guys come up with Cruz. Nick Gonzalez is hitting. They've got some pieces. I just think they're like the bat away. Maybe they get a Brent Rooker. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know that they go totally crazy, but I would love to see it. Even as a Cardinal fan, Pittsburgh sucked for so long. They've got a beautiful ballpark. Give them something to come see.
Okay.
Other than Paul Skeens, that's pretty cool. But
Yeah. And his
um,
girlfriend.
Yeah, very cool. This is very flexible from what I've heard.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she's a Tumblr. Come on, gosh, that wasn't perverted. Jeez. All right, so we gotta rein this back in. Seattle, I miss them. We gotta rip on them.
They still suck at hitting.
They can't hit. Like we talked about, J-Rod's not gonna be a savior. They lost Crawford. Like there's nothing good on trading these freaking pitchers for a bat. Like
Their rotation is ridiculous.
it's stupid. It's deep. It's
When you're talking about Luis Castillo being your 3, maybe 4.
yeah. Well, maybe,
Three.
maybe.
There's
No,
3.
no. But your point being, like, you know, you've got us great pitchers. You have no offense. Why don't we try a little balancing act? Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, yeah, if they get in the playoffs, this rotation looks great. But are they going to get in? Like,
No.
how cool would it be if they go after Vlad? I don't know that he's available, but they dangle one of these pitchers out there. Change. Maybe even they take some money off their hands, like Bassett.
Kirby for
back.
Vlad, straight up.
That would be nuts. Nuts, but not completely not unbelievable. I mean, I don't know.
It'd be groundbreaking. I wouldn't know if it'd be nuts. It's not like it levels.
It kind of does because Kirby has a little more control.
Yeah.
Vlad has a little more star power, and Dave Hitter, like, that could work. I'd love to see it.
All those young guys on Toronto are gonna be needing paid soon.
Yeah, they are, and I don't know that they already high in payroll. Don't know they can do it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. Let's do something crazy. Pirates, and that's honestly the end of the guys I had down. Oh yeah, shout out to Seattle. You guys blew a 10-game lead in 24 games. That is very bad math. Like, that's impressively bad to lose that many games.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the reason Texas isn't selling. They've had the division lead for so long, they screwed it. So
Well, I mean, Houston started winning all these games, and then
And they
it's
started losing all
very
of them.
convenient that the Mariners started losing at the same time. So
Yeah.
that's how you make up ground really fast.
yeah, yep, that does play. It's just impressive that they did it so bad. Got to give it to you. Shout out to piss poor hitting. There you go. It's terrible, but yeah. Okay, so that wraps up like the teams that I think could even, like, best case scenario, have a shot at winning.
Okay.
it.
After that, you've got the rest of the NL Central just
Pretty much.
chilling right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And then
well-
you've got 10 miles of crap.
Yep.
And then you've got the White Sox.
No, I had the minor leagues down there, and then the White Sox. Yeah, they're just a notch above Little League, just a notch above it.
I want to see Norfolk play against.
I do too. While they're still
White
down there,
Sox.
I do too. I would love to see like a 5 or 7 game series, and I know that you shouldn't be like, oh, AAA could beat a major league team, but by God, I bet they could. I really think they could, especially if they trade Lubov, they trade Crochet, like that'd be cool. But yeah, I've got Tampa Bay, Texas, Detroit, the Cubs, the Reds, Giants. That's it. Like, those are the ones that
What happened to your attitude?
barely. They it was fun while it lasted. It was. They just swept Cincy, and I was like, maybe. And I looked at the standings, I was like, no. Next year.
Next year. Okay.
I don't even think they're catching your dang Mets this year. I really don't. But yeah, all these teams, the Tigers could make it interesting if they trade Skubal. Like, that's gonna be the headliner.
Yeah.
Texas, they might belong in the tier above. I had Tampa 18, Texas 19, Detroit 20, Chicago, Cincy, San Fran. That's the order.
Tigers won't be good again until they get rid of that bias.
I don't know how they're going to do that. I think they need to really look at that contract, find a clause in it to get his butt off the team. I really do. That's a worst contract ever.
At this point, like, do you just release him and try to like talk him into taking a Bonilla deal?
I think
like,
you've tried to blackmail him. I don't know. I mean, honestly, like, do you DFA it? Like, do you just pay? Go play in Cuba. I don't know. Go play in the Go play in Bauer.
I actually saw that he has had the worst half of a season by a guy that's been in the majors the entire season, like ever. As far as OPS.
You know, it takes special.
His OPS is
circumstances to do it.
431.
Wait, did you say 431?
431.
OPS.
OPS.
I started to say some people get on base at that clip. I'm like, oh my
His
god.
OPS is 431.
So it takes a special set of circumstances to be this bad because they had to have given you a stupid contract or you're not going to be trotted out there this much. Like, that is unreal.
I didn't even know it went under 500.
It usually doesn't. That's called the release. A release or demotion. That's what that's called. Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, Tampa, who knows? Like, they could trade Randy A. They could do all this crazy crap, anyone with any value. Zach Eflin, we mentioned. I think they might do it. They might send Randy A. to the Dodgers. They're not sending him here. We're not trading for Cardinals fans. It's not happening. No, we're not trading for him back. But
We are getting Flaherty, right, though?
No, we're not. No. These ex-guys that are ex-guys for a reason, I don't see it coming back. But I'll tell you what, if we do go after Randy in a trade, we'll get screwed again.
I'll snap.
I can tell
I
you
will
that.
snap.
Whoever they get as a pitcher will work out and will be amazing. It'll be the Gallon effect or something like that. I don't even care the name. You throw it out there, it'll happen. So, who else do we talk about? The Cubs, I think a soft sell. Like Hector Neris. Their bullpen has screwed them this year.
Nope, hard sell.
Hearts.
Send in Imanaga.
I think they might burn the stadium down. I really think fans will. They were so pumped for this year. Like, it's been a total kick in the fruit basket. Like, they were so close last year. Brought Belly back. Imanaga. They thought they were.
Well, in that first week or 3 weeks of the season, Imanaga come out.
Shoved.
Just.
Yeah, Cy Young.
Oh,
Yeah.
best player in the MLB.
He was. The contract looked like a steal.
It's like, at this point, the Dodgers was like, man, we signed the wrong guy.
Yeah, no kidding. Wait, should we get the lefty, not the righty? Did we mess this up? Like, they exchanged the wrong guy? I don't know. But he did. He's came back down to earth. But still, honestly, given his contract, I think it's still a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
But it's not happening this year.
No.
But I think they'll be back next year. I think soft sell. Cincy. Chicago's my team. Cincy.
I had Cincy winning that division.
Yeah.
I think they'll hold pat because I think
agree
that they're still a young team. All their players are still under
What
team
can they
control. And
As Montes, maybe? I don't know.
yeah, I mean, you're not going to trade Ellie.
Oh, no. I meant like contracts about to expire. They're so young.
Yeah,
There's not much.
exactly.
Montes is the only one that comes to my mind.
I mean, I was reaching a little bit when I said that. When I said that they'd win
Well,
the division, I thought that
Not
they would
really.
be there early.
It was a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Central was.
Yeah.
Like, you could have made a case for, I thought 4 teams, not Milwaukee, the one that's doing it, winning it.
Yeah.
I mean, we said 1 through 3 interchangeable.
Mhm.
Turns out the best 2 teams are the 2 we left out of that. But that happens. So, you know.
Cool.
Cool. Miss. Giants, I have no idea. I don't know their position so much. Solar.
Snell and
Interesting.
Solar. I mean, they got Conforto.
And I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know they'll do anything there, though. I really don't.
Logan Webb?
No, he's under no.
Yeah.
No, because that's the thing. They could run it back next year and
Be
feasibly be
decent,
a wild
yeah.
card team. Yeah.
Yep.
So Washington, they've already made a trade. Harvey.
They're going to hold pat. I don't think they're going to be selling
I think they
much.
might trade like Lane Thomas.
Yeah.
And maybe Kyle Finnegan. It's about it because Thomas could get him something, and they have a loaded outfield coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Winkler, possibly. There's some pieces could get him something because I think they're going to be, by God, next year.
Okay.
There we go.
Attitude's
back next year. You heard it here first. There we go.
Whatever.
Yep, it's happening. Put it down because I was so right on
Angels are
Toronto
hard
this year,
sell.
right?
Angels are going to be hard to sell.
I agree. This is so Angels. Saw Dave, the big return of Mike Trout. It's coming again.
Hurt
He's
again.
already hurt.
Yep.
Guess how many innings he played in the field? Just take a guess.
2?
Exactly. Yeah, you ready? 2 innings,
Yeah.
knee hurts. I'm like, damn it. I want to see Trout play.
Cool.
Yeah, not cool. But yeah, I mean, they might as well sell everybody they can, like Tyler Anderson, Kevin Pillar,
Joe Adele.
possibly. Ooh, could be.
I still want to see that trade happen.
Who else do they have? Yeah, the Joe Adele to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Obviously.
Joe Adele. Someday he will be relevant. Not gonna say great.
He was relevant for about 3 weeks this season.
It was a glorious 3 weeks. Should have sold all my rookie cards then. Should have done it. Yeah, I missed on that one. I don't know who else they've got really. Oh, the back of their pen. Who's their closer? Estevez.
Mm-hmm. He's not bad.
That could bring somebody. They might do that. They should do that. Failed experiment last year with going for it. That lasted 2 weeks. Have you ever seen a team go all in and then renege that quick?
The Phillies come and knock and say, hey.
Oh, bring Trout home?
No.
Oh.
Estevez.
Oh, Estevez. Makes sense.
We were just talking bullpen, man.
We were. I'm sorry. Well, I was
But yeah, I kind of love that.
I was thinking Trout and Philly from Philly. Be cool. Sucks they're paying him that much money. Probably not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's like
Then
so.
Trout and Harper, together.
That'd be cool.
It'd be cool.
Not what I was going for at all, but I like how you just went big.
I'm
there.
sorry, I shot.
You went so big.
I shot from the hip, and the pigeon hadn't been thrown yet. That's a miss. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Marlins, you guys suck. Jazz Chisholm.
Colorado, too much weed. They suck. Yeah, Chisholm and Scott. They could trade people. Josh Bell. They could trade people.
Josh
That's
Bell
all.
gets trades done. He just polishes them off.
He might set the record for the most times traded. The poor insignificant soul.
I swear it's like they're sitting at the big table and they're talking and then just like throwing Josh Bell in the deal.
And it's like, okay. Well, I was thinking like the Soto deal, did it have player to be named later on it? And then it's like, oh, it's Josh Bell. We knew that.
You didn't have to name that later. We all knew.
draft day, I want Putney too. It's like, I want Bell too.
Because I feel like
Just because I feel like it. Like, sure. He can play some errors, they can get home run once in a while. That's about it. So, you know what you're getting.
And then the
Yeah,
White Sox
possibly.
sell everybody.
Sell everybody,
If someone
please,
wants him,
please.
just let him have him.
Another team, Colorado. Sell somebody. Don't do the Trevor Story crap. You hang on to him like
And the Arenado crap. They sold him to Arenado
they did for nothing.
after they signed him and then had to pay someone to take
We're
him.
paying him to play somewhere else, and we turn around and give Chris Bryant a contract who doesn't want to play. I'm like, gosh dang. Ryan McMahon, free him.
It's like, you guys are bad at this.
You should really let the fantasy GMs take over. At least we'll do something. And I guess I got a comp pick. I don't even know.
I think that the Rockies GM might actually think that he's still just like, playing.
I think he's fired.
MLB the show. He's actually sitting there on his PlayStation, just like trying to see what trades he can get to go through.
He forgot to take the setting off that allows trades. I think they're like, no good. Before we come back, we got to come back to reality. Is I missed the A's. Trade Mason Miller.
And
Trade him.
Rooker probably.
And Rooker, yeah. Both these guys, like Mason Miller for the season. Rooker,
Sell high on
and that
Mason
value.
Miller while you can.
Oh, yeah. Like, we've tried him
Rooker
as
for
a
that
starter.
matter.
He's already had Tommy John. Like, the dude's lights out. Someone will pay you stupid.
Well, I believe you were saying earlier in the week that he may have the best pitch-by-pitch
Yes.
arsenal
history.
in MLB history.
What did you say? He threw 103 point something stupid. And he's got wipeout, I believe, slider, too. Like, the dude is nasty.
His
But-
K to 9 ratio right
Is it
now
18?
is 18.
I thought so.
18.1 or something like that, which has gone down. So
Well,
it
I mean-
was that at one point in time.
There's probably been some guys who tried
I
to
think
bunt
now
for a
it's
hit
hanging
off
around
him.
the 14 range.
Oh,
but at one point in time,
Forget
got,
it, trash garbage. Look at what we can do in the All-Star game. Like, the dude's a stud. Oakland, like, where you're at, do you need a closer? Like, who cares? And think about, he's got 5 years of control left. Think about what you could get for him. This would be a trade that I don't know has ever happened, something like this. You're going to Vegas. Roll the freaking dice. Do something cool for when you get to Vegas. Because by the time you go to Vegas, he's probably going to have another Tommy John surgery or two. I don't know.
the team's gonna get sold. Like
It's, okay, 15. Is that right? 0.45.
15.45, which is
What a slacker. Gosh, that's it.
it was.
That's nuts.
It was up to 18.1 at one point in time.
He's amazing. That's all there is to it. And you're not winning. Cash out before he gets hurt, and you can't do anything with him. Rooker, you got him off the scrap heap. He's having a career year all-star. Should have been an all-star.
He's already hanging around 20 home runs. So.
He is, like, over 900 OPS.
Mhm.
Cash out. You're not going to win with him. Get a heck of all. I think Rooker, 3 more years of club control. Stupid. Go for it. Who else? Oh, I missed Toronto. You guys suck. You made me look stupid. I blame Canada. Thanks a lot, guys. So, I know there's a South Park game. I'm livid about this one. I put you guys in a wild card spot. Not even winning the division, a freaking measly wild card. And, yeah, they're one of the worst teams in baseball. So
I blame Canada.
That's cool.
You know,
I don't know. It's the air or something, but I don't think they're
seems
trading.
reasonable.
Yeah, we're all about logic. Will they trade Vlad? I don't think so.
Nah.
Should they? I could see it. If you can't pay him, if you're not going to win with him, get a crap ton of prospects, try again. Guzman, Bassett, a lot of these guys. Think about it.
Maybe they'll trade Bichette instead.
Well, if he was not on the IL, it's a
You
possibility.
can still trade him.
Well, I thought so. Turns out I was wrong on that one, too.
Oh,
Apparently-
so
yeah,
okay,
that's-
cool. It's like
that's my
I
bad.
said that was a rule, and then you told me it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I just blame Canada for my bad pick. So, do you see where my logic can get from time to time? Are you surprised?
Yeah,
Like-
I that was like 2 weeks ago too. Like I don't think you can trade someone that's on the IL.
By gosh, I did it on the show. I thought it would work here. I told Brandon, he's like, yeah, you can still trade him and all. And then we were literally on the phone, and he looked up, he's like, oh yeah, I guess you can't. I was like, gosh, dang it. So, you know, it happens. We're not always right, but I think we're funny. I don't know. We gotta have something. So we went through.
I think that's good.
I think so too.
This is getting late, and we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, and I think we had a little bit of credibility, a lot of hot air, but it was fun.
It got a lot more
It's
hot
fun,
air
brother.
later we went.
Yeah, so if anyone stayed tuned, God bless you. You're a great person, and thank you.
You really are committed fans.
We appreciate it. Yeah, we'll try to maybe make it shorter next time. This has been fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe. You're still out there, sweetie. I love the shirt. It's great. Everybody.
Sorry, I
Cool
didn't
stuff.
wear mine.
It's okay. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Hey, repping Rogers.
I'll do better.
There you We'll play better next time. We may not have accomplished our try not to suck goal. We may not have, but
Yeah.
that was fun. So, anyway, and thank you, Alex, for coming on. Golf. I know what links are now.
Yeah, sports.
Yeah, we do. So we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you and good night. See ya.